Welcome back to Wayne TV. We are here with another very special interview with some friends from the Eastern Carolina Council, right? Did I get all that right?
Yes.
It's a mouthful. So I want to go ahead and start with you. Introduce yourself to everybody if you don't mind.
Yes, I am Angela Pridgeon, and I am the Regional Ombudsman, which is an advocate for residents in long-term care facilities.
What was that word?
Regional Ombudsman.
That's a new one for me.
Yes.
I'll be completely honest.
Swedish for advocate.
Okay, now we've learned something today.
Yes.
And how about you?
My name is Colby Smith. I'm also an ombudsman. And between the two of us, we cover 9 counties, and Wayne County is one of those.
Now, when you saw that job opening for an ombudsman, did you have to Google it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure, because I would be like, hey, this looks pretty interesting. But
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are here talking about, you guys need volunteers. So I don't know who wants to start, but just kind of tell us about what the Eastern Carolina Council does for Wayne County.
Yep, I'll start. We are advocates for residents in facilities, long-term care facilities, and we're talking about assisted living facilities, nursing homes, also family care homes that have a few residents in those. And we are out there trying to help them with problems, any kind of issues, any kind of questions, and it just depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
And we're the resource. We are not a regulatory agency. We don't have the ability to go in and investigate things like abuse or neglect, but we can help with things like resident preferences, choices, respect, issues like that come up. That really, it does make an impact on residents in their daily lives, and we're a great resource for them. Not a lot of people know about our program, which is why we take every opportunity we can to get the information out there. And part of our program is the Community Advisory Committee, which also works like we do. They go in facilities and talk to residents, and we need volunteers for that. We've really lost a lot.
It's such an important thing because you guys are really advocates for these people that are in these facilities. And speaking personally from having relatives that have been in these facilities, you do feel like you're kind of like not being heard sometimes, and so I think that's very important. So we're going to let you have a turn at talking now and tell us what people need to do, what's involved with this volunteer process.
So to start with, those who are eligible to serve as a volunteer must be a citizen of Wayne County or whatever county that they are a resident of, and must not have a conflict within the facility. So not have an immediate family member or an immediate family member that is employed or has any financial belonging to the facility. But other than that, just a willing person to serve. Typically it is 8 to 20 hours a month, and it's some are less, some are more that they can serve, and it's taking the time to visit the residents. They go in and ask if they have any concerns, complaints, look around the environment, make sure it's a good, clean, safe environment, and basically make sure their rights are being heard.
That's I feel like there'd be a really cool volunteer opportunity too, because you get to know these people that are living in these, and there are some great stories if you just sit down and talk with some of these people. So that's a really neat opportunity. For people who are interested in signing up, what's the best way to do that?
Sure, they can contact our office, the Eastern Carolina Council, or the clerk to the county commissioners. And that's how it works. If they can call the clerk's office. There's an application process that they'll fill out, and once they fill that application, they'll send it to us. We make contact, provide the training for them, and then they are designated by the state of North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
So it is under legislation that we have volunteers.
Interesting.
Yes, our program, the Ombudsman program, is under the Older Americans Act. And then for our Community Advisory Committee, under general statutes, every county in the state of North Carolina has to have a volunteer program.
Really?
So yes, so they are governed by law to go in and assist residents with advocating for their rights.
That's really cool. And so you guys are Eastern Carolina, so what all do you guys handle? What all counties? All of Eastern North Carolina, or how does that?
Right, we have a 9-county region.
Wow.
So we can try to name them off. It's Carteret, Craven, Duplin, Greene, Lenoir, Jones, Pamlico, Onslow, Wayne.
So you guys stay pretty busy with all those.
Yes.
We do.
Interesting. That's a really cool volunteer opportunity. And again, with COVID and everything, that volunteer opportunity has a need right now. And so, we'll put the information in the bottom of the video for everyone to be able to see how they can reach out. It's really simple to apply for any of the boards or commissions with Wayne County. You just go to our website, waynegov.com, and you can apply for a board or commission. That goes to Miss Carol, our clerk, and she'll process all that. So really not too hard of a process at all. And then you guys get everything and take it from there. So
Yes.
is there anything else that people need to know about this opportunity?
I think it's rewarding because it's hard to go in and try to make a systematic change, but you can go in and help one person at a time. It makes a huge difference just to know that their voice is heard on something as small as, I like my baths at night instead of in the morning. We take it for granted when we're at home making our own choices and doing everything.
It's true.
But when you get in a facility and somebody's trying to tell you when to do these things, that's not right. So, so simple things that are forgotten that we advocate for.
Yeah, and you gotta, I guess it's good that the approach that you guys take and just having the conversation with the home as well. Because let's be honest, a lot of those are short-staffed right now too,
Yes.
And so sometimes it's the tough situation, but I think it's a good, let's just sit down and talk about this and see if we can get a solution here. Not coming in, like you said, you're not a regulatory agency, but just let's have a conversation, see if we can come to a solution here.
That
So
is true.
Absolutely.
anyway. So they need your help. Get online, apply to do this volunteer opportunity, serve on this board. It's super rewarding, and they need volunteers. So, anything else, ladies, we need to talk about?
The last thing I would say is that you really cannot underestimate the importance of a volunteer role like this, because they do end up making personal relationships. Residents ask, "Where are the volunteers?" when they come in, and they say, "We haven't seen them," and it really is such a personal connection.
Absolutely.
And definitely worth it, in my
So
opinion.
when you're serving as a volunteer, do you have a certain number of people that you go visit? How does that work? Is it just one-on-one, or do you have multiple people that you go visit in the homes?
Yep, they go as a committee.
Oh, okay.
They do. They usually break out in teams.
Okay.
They'll go to certain facilities, but usually it's the same facilities each quarter.
I gotcha.
So every time they visit, they see the same folks, and they can catch up with them.
That's
they can see
cool.
if there are any problems, and they really make that connection and establish a relationship.
Yep.
And they do. They ask about them.
That's great.
And it's really missed when it's not there.
Yeah, absolutely. Has COVID impacted you guys? Have you still been able to, I guess at one point you might have had to stop going in, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Sure did.
We're back to being able to go in now?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
The only restrictions we have at this point are any facilities that have COVID outbreaks.
Yeah.
We're still staying away from those because our concern would be to travel around and spread that, and that's what we don't want to happen.
Absolutely. Good
So,
deal. Well, y'all, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for coming in and
you.
talking. And of course, we need you guys to help now. They are, low on volunteers. They need your help. So head to waynegov.com, sign up for the board, and get your application process started. It's a great volunteer opportunity. Get to serve with a lot of great people. And I think Carol takes everybody to lunch like once a year,
She
right?
does,
Yeah, so
yes.
there's like one free lunch
Yes.
involved in that as well. So, but seriously, waynegov.com, sign up for the board, and get your application process started. Y'all, thank you so much for coming in
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you for what you do, and we'll see everybody again next time right here on Wayne TV.